Welcome to the Franklin County NC podcast. I'm James Hicks, and this is a podcast about Franklin County, North Carolina. On our broadcast, we hope you'll learn a few things you didn't know about Franklin County, North Carolina, plus some helpful tips for you in your daily lives. Today, I am joined by Rebekah McPhetridge, and I butchered that. I looked at it and I said I could probably say it, and then I go to say it and I can't do it. McPhetridge. All right, I got it. Who is an Eagle Scout with Troop 187, Wake Forest. And I also have with us here in the studio the frequent podcast guest here, Assistant County Manager Will Doerfer, who you will remember from episodes usually about broadband. We've had him on with Lance Williams a little while back. Probably some other things here and there. He's often included on these podcasts. So he's also here with us today. So welcome to the podcast, Rebekah, and welcome back, Will. How are y'all doing?
Pretty good.
Doing all right.
Okay. So pretty cool thing we're going to talk about in just a minute, but let's learn a little bit more about you, Rebekah. So where are you from? Well, we'll get into the Eagle Scout stuff in just a second, but where are you from?
Okay. I'm from Franklinton, not too far from here. So.
Okay. And where do you go to school?
I'm homeschooled.
Okay. So as far as like extracurricular activities, I understand you're an Eagle Scout now. So how long have you been, I guess what the term is, scouting?
I've been with scouting for like just under 2.5 years.
Okay. And how is the process of moving up through there? I'm not as familiar with it. So can you kind of break down, how do you become an Eagle Scout?
You have to complete a series of requirements from all the way from scout rank to Eagle. There's, I want to say 6 different ranks. I can't remember.
That's
7.
Okay.
Yeah, 7. And there's a certain set of requirements you have to complete for each of those ranks. Okay. Is there a rank above where you're at, or is that kind of the Eagle Scout is the highest rank you can get.
Okay. But do you, when you become an Eagle Scout, do you still have some sort of participation that you still do things? Okay.
You can get more merit badges, because after you become an Eagle Scout, you are able to earn Eagle Palms, which is after you get a certain amount of merit badges.
Okay. And so from what I understand, as part of being an Eagle Scout, you were able to participate in a project of some sort. Can you talk to us about that?
So my project, I built a communication board. It's a board for nonverbal kids and adults to communicate. It has pictures of basic necessities on it, along with things around the park that I put it at. I built my my Eagle Scout project up at the Franklinton Community Park. It can be used by anybody who's nonverbal, people with other different types of disabilities, even non-native speakers. Okay.
And how long did it take you to do that?
It took me, so between the planning and the actually like executing the project, it took, I want to say maybe about a month. Okay. Not even? No. Maybe. Okay. Probably more.
It's still pretty quick. That's very quick. Why did you choose the Franklinton Park for this location?
Because it's not too far from where I live, and I like to be able to go there and actually see people use it.
Mm-hmm. And when did it get installed? Do you remember roughly?
I'm pretty sure sometime in April.
Okay. So it's been a couple months or whatever. Have you gotten any feedback or anything? Heard anything of anybody getting to take advantage of that?
Yes, I've had a couple people tell me that they've used it, and even when I've been at the park, I've seen people using it. Okay.
Yeah. I will say, and I've said it before on a lot of different things, Franklinton Park is one of the most popular parks in Franklin County. We see some of the reviews and things that come through. People are always talking about how much they love Franklinton Park. And so it's very encouraging to see. That's a little bit reason why we have Will here being over as part of his, I don't know what we would call it, his grouping of departments. Parks and Recreation is one of those, and Franklinton Park is a Franklin County park. So he's been a part of some of this. So, Will, what has been your experience with this?
So, we were in the process of renovating the playground at Franklinton Park, and I was contacted by Joni, I guess, Rebekah's mother, and we worked through how to get approvals and get this thing installed, and I had to do some background research, and we were able to get approval for that. And I'll say that after seeing it installed, it fits right in with the over about $300,000 playground that sits there. She did a really good job. It looks sharp, and I've learned a lot about sensory boards since she installed this. So I think she's achieved certainly some of what she set out to achieve by installing that. Just getting awareness out about sensory and I guess different communication styles, different communication barriers that people face, and so I think it was a really cool project, and I'm glad that you reached out to us, and glad we were able to get that approved for Franklinton Park.
Yeah, and I know that with the new playground equipment, that some of the playground, I don't know what you call it, the functions of it were set up for some of that, so it kind of ties in with some of that. I remember hearing about all the individual little things that they have out there, so it kind of ties in and complements what the playground's doing also.
That's right. Accessibility is an important feature of park development going forward, and it's really we want everybody to be able to enjoy our parks, and so any way that we can enhance accessibility for a wide range of challenges. We can't get them all the time, but I think we did a pretty good job at Franklinton Park.
So I assume with the project too, I'm just taking a stab out there that you could have kind of done a bunch of different things, but why did you choose this specifically for your project?
Because roughly about 12% of the Franklin County has some sort of disability, and I kind of like not really, but kind of did the math to think that most of that would most likely be nonverbal. And it's a big thing in our community now.
Okay. So you saw that sort of a need and said, I want to do something about that. Okay. Okay. And like I said, and it ties in with what we have already there. So it does make it a bit of a place for people to go and be able to do this. Let me ask a little bit about too, peeling back a little bit from the project is, some people might be out there, they might be listening and say, well, I have a child or maybe you're younger listening to the podcast and you might be interested in doing this type of thing that you're doing. What would you say to someone who says, ooh, Eagle Scout, I want to do that. I want to be her. What would you say to them to encourage them to take part in scouting?
That scouting is a lot of fun, no matter what you do. Like, you can do all sorts of different type of merit badges that are a lot of fun. Like, my first year of scouts, I did kayaking for one of my merit badges, archery, basically things that I love to do. And my troop specifically, we go camping about once a month at least. Wow. And that's one thing that I love to do. Mm-hmm. And that's why I personally joined scouting.
Yeah. Okay.
I noticed one day I went out there and visited while you guys were setting up the sign, and you had several friends with you.
Yeah.
And would you say that's an important part of scouting as well, the camaraderie?
Yeah. I've made quite a few friends through scouts over my past couple of years in the troop and in all my adventures.
Yep. Okay. How many people are in your troop, roughly? You don't have to give me exact numbers, but just a ballpark.
So the girl troop is 3 people currently.
Oh, okay.
And then our boy troop is maybe like 25-ish.
Okay. So maybe a plea out there to some others to join and build the numbers up.
Get some young ladies involved in scouting. You're a trailblazer then if you've only got 3. Are you the first female Eagle Scout for your troop? Or
sadly not.
Okay.
I'm the only active female Eagle Scout in my troop right now. The other girl that was our first Eagle Scout is now an adult and is in college.
Okay.
So.
Okay. Interesting.
And I can say that, from our Parks and Rec Advisory Board, they're really interested in and excited about partnering with different scout troops, improving different parts of the parks that we have in Franklin County. And so I think it's a thoughtful project and it's well done. And so, be happy to encourage this kind of activity with other scouting troops and other Eagle Scouts to help us do some projects at the parks. So.
Absolutely. And once again, like I harken back to when we had our week shadowing with Lance Williams. This is another good opportunity of showing the talented young people that are in this county. And, we talk about, Lance has went on to college and all that kind of stuff. And Rebekah here, pretty young, Eagle Scout, very ambitious, got it done real quick, yeah. And is putting together these projects that are affecting other people, not only in and of itself enhancing some of the resources of the county for certain populations out there that really need that help. So this is another example of the talent here in Franklin County.
And the library has recently received a grant to also enhance sensory equipment. So this fits in nicely with other things that are going on. And
yeah. So also looking ahead and making that sort of plea for people to get involved is what's on the horizon for scouting coming up?
So my troop, we're going to Sea Base next year. It's a high adventure scouting base where you get to do all sorts of different water-based activities. You get to go ocean kayaking. You get to go scuba diving, do a bunch of other cool stuff.
Okay.
That's all I could think of.
Okay. All right. Sounds fun. And that's the summer. So,
yeah.
And get to enjoy the water in all this heat.
Yeah.
So that sounds great. So, if you were someone out there that wanted to join up, learn more, where would you suggest they go to learn more about scouting?
Scouting.org.
Okay. And they can learn more about that and maybe join up and try to follow in the footsteps that you have laid out there for them. Well, that's all the time we have left for today. Franklin County NC Podcast is a podcast about Franklin County, produced by Franklin County as a public service to better inform and provide timely and relevant information. Tune in for more informative shows about what is happening in Franklin County. Subscribe to this podcast on your favorite platform, like or rate the podcast, and share it with your friends and family. To find out more information about Franklin County in North Carolina, go to our website at www.franklincountync.gov and sign up for our email newsletter while you are there. For all of us here in Franklin County, I'm James Hicks, and we'll talk to you soon.